Hi, I just wanted to go over a quick tutorial of how to properly fill out and submit the 2015 Relay for Life tip sheets to get your back arch started. For those of you that have worked with us in the past, these are pretty much the exact same thing. There are two big additions though to this year's program, and I will cover that in a little bit. As for those who haven't worked with us before, they're very straightforward. It just got to answer the not really questions, but just the fields that just answer the fields that they're asking you. So the first big change, if you will, or the big addition, is this year there are two tip sheets. There's actually just the normal tip sheet you've been used to, which is this one I have up, the 2015 California Relay for Life T-shirt tip sheet. Now, obviously, like if you're Great West, it'll say Great West, or Midwest will say Midwest. South Atlantic will say South Atlantic. But this is just the basic one you've done for the last few years. You have pretty much 100% customization options as far as like what the sponsor type levels are, if you have them, logos or text, whichever one you want to use. Now, the new tip sheet this year is a new standardized program they're running, and it's called the Sponsorship Now tip sheet. And it looks very, very similar. Only difference is you cannot customize sponsorship levels or change anything about the sponsorship levels. There are only five sponsorship levels. They're presenting platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. Presenting platinum, gold, silver are logos only. Bronze is text only. Uh, and then the next big thing, the other big thing is uh, heritage events. That is, I'll get to that. It's just adding a specific logo to the back of the shirt just to just kind of show that that's what you are. So to go ahead and fill out the tip sheet, I didn't really see that these sponsorship now one too fast, but they are from this section right here, the event name, event date, event location, and up the exact same. Ask for the exact same information. So just start from the top. Staff name, put yourself. Now, if you're filling it out for someone else, go ahead and put your name, and you could put their name also, just so we are aware. Event state, just put what state the event is taking place. Not necessarily not necessarily where you are, but just where the event is. Division, just put what division you're part of. Lawson code. Now, this is very important to put because the Lawson code is how we actually track art from year to year to year. Just so we can match it all up, so we can send them out. Send the note when we send the notices to you. We can send you past artwork. Just work phone, cell phone. Say cell phone is probably the most important, just so any rush scenario, we need to get a hold of you right away. That's the best way. That's what we're gonna call first. Need by date, very important, just so we know exactly when you need the shirts by. Email address now. Please put your email address so we know who to send the art proof to. Now, if you're filling it out for somebody else, though, please also put their email address. Or if you're filling it out, we need to copy someone else or send it to someone. Please put all the email addresses we need to send to. Now, we also have two check boxes up in the top information table. Logos from last year, yes or no. I know a lot of them will be yes. Um, just want to ask for some help. If you know the design number from last year, can you please let us know that so our artist can go straight there and find it? If you don't know, that is 100% fine. I can find it for them. Just trying to help them out as much as possible. Now, the big change, one of the big additions, the heritage event, yes or no. Very important that you mark this. This signifies if it's a nighttime event or not. And the reason it's important is if you are a heritage event, you get a special logo on the top right of the back of the T-shirt. Just the white participant shirts only. If you're not a heritage event, you get what you've been seeing for the last however many years: the phone number, the Relay for Life logo, and then the website on the top. This one will put the website and phone number together on the top left, then the Relay logo, and then the Heritage Event logo. Then this next section is the same for both. Just want to know the event name. Probably actually put a event in here, not just the Relay for Life. So got our event name, our event date, and our event location. One thing I also need to stress a lot is I did come across this a few times last year. Need by dates, if it doesn't match, just make sure it kind of tries to match your PO in Society Mart. But please, please make sure that your Society Mart PO has a date before your event date. I ran into that a few times last year, and we just want to make sure that there's no holdups in your orders at all. We get them back to production right away. We get them to you well before your event. And then the location event, just put Will Enterprises. Then we're just asking, what do you want on your shirt header? Do you want all three, or do you just want the name? Do you want the date? Okay, it's totally up to you. Your shirts, you're allowed to choose which three. If you want all three, you want one, you want none. It's up to you. Now, this is where the tip sheets change. This tip sheet, the ones that are going to be labeled 2015 Your Division Relay for Life T-shirt tip sheet. You are allowed to customize sponsorship levels however you want. You can have presenting platinum, gold, silver, bronze, just like the sponsorship now. Or if you really want to, you can add diamond, purple, tin, tie dye, whatever it is you want. You're allowed to do that. Also, you can put logos and text in a single sponsorship level. It's whatever you decide, whatever you get. So first, let us know, do you have sponsorship levels? Yes or no? If you do have them, make sure you answer the next question. Do you want the levels listed on the shirts? Yes or no? If you put no, we're not going to list the words. If you put yes, we will list the words. It's completely up to you. It's how you want it. If for some reason you don't want it and we send it to you and you don't like the way you don't like the way it looks, you can always add them again. That is not a huge deal. So as you see, I just went in here, I already filled it out. Presenting, but Will Enterprises, Diamond, Culver's, Gold, Fruit of the Loom, Subway is our silver sponsor, and then I am the bronze sponsor. And then for this tip sheet, please let us know if it's a logo or text sponsor, because this one you can do whatever you want. We're not gonna know, and if you don't send us all the logos, we're not gonna know that. So say Culver's, you didn't put logo there and you didn't send it to us, we're not gonna know. So you don't I went ahead and on this example and put logo and text next to all of them. You don't need to do that, since you're going to total them up at the bottom, total logos and total text sponsors. If you just put either logo or text next to whichever one, then we'll know the ones that you didn't label are the opposite. And you could put as many as you want in here. If you don't want to use this little box, it will keep on scrolling as much as you want. But if you want to use a Word document or something such as that to try and show the layout, that is 100% okay. All I do is ask is, please don't just embed all the logos in that document. Please send them all as their own individual attachment. That's the easiest way for the artist to use them. The last question you have to answer on here is, how do you want the text sponsors formatted? So as far as the logos and the sponsors, do you want them left justified or do you want them centered? And the shirt, most people go centered. I think it looks better. Now, for if you have a whole lot of text sponsors, do you want them in columns or do you want them in like a big group, divided by dashes or commas or dots or whatever you want? Or do you want them in distinct columns, 2 columns, 3 columns, whatever it is? Again, up to you. Do what you want. Your shirt back on, make sure it looks the way you want it. And now once you've filled it out, you looked it over, made sure it was correct, go ahead and just click on submit by email. That'll pop up the correct email address for you to send it to. The email addresses will be, so at the top you see this is a California. It is cacancer@willenterprises.biz. If you're Midwest, it's just MW South Atlantic, your SA Cancer. Great West, your GW Cancer. So please send everything as regards to your tip sheet and art to those email addresses, to your specific one. If you have any questions regarding just the program in general, you can email me at cancer@willenterprises.biz. I actually sit behind every email, so I will receive them regardless. But cancer@willenterprises gets the that's my main one. So, but when I want to point out when sending your logos, please send all at once. That way we know we received them all. Because if we receive 16, 17, 18, 19 different emails with one logo apiece, we might not know if we received one or not. Now, if you have say you have 35 sponsor logos, you can send them in multiple emails. Just please label the emails like so one of two, two of two, or one of three, two of three, three of three, just so that I am aware that you sent multiple ones, and that I will know if I got them all. So that way, if you send two of three and I don't ever receive three of three, I can let you know, hey, I didn't get three of three, and then you can get that one sent to me. You might have to split that one up. Now, so that was the regular tip sheet. Now for the sponsorship now tip sheet, this one's super simple. Same information up on the top. Same thing about event date, location, date, which ones you want. It's all the same. Now this one, as when it comes to filling out the layout section, me personally, I just put in present. I labeled them all. You don't necessarily have to because we'll see them how many you have in each one. Because you'll just let us know how many sponsor logos for each the top four levels and how many tech sponsors for bronze. Now you cannot, I repeat, cannot add or change these sponsor levels. They may be left off the shirt because you do not have any, like say silver. You don't have any silver sponsors, so they can be left off the shirt. But you cannot add any more sponsorship levels at all to this sponsorship now tip sheet. As you'll see, I put the exact same sponsors on this one, and I just labeled it presenting platinum, gold, silver, bronze. I didn't have to put textures or sponsor logo because they required each sponsorship level is required to have a specific one. Again, answers the same question to finish it up. Just how do you want your text sponsors formatted, left, justified, or centered? And then when it comes to the text sponsors, if you have a whole lot of them, do you want them in a distinct columns or do you want them just grouped together, separated by just a couple spaces, dashes, commas, whatever, stars, whatever you want. Again, once you finished it, I'd advise printing off your own form or printing off one for your records, and then you go ahead and just hit submit by email. It'll come right to me. It'll go to the correct email address. Just make sure to attach those sponsors, the ship logos. Uh, One big thing before I wrap up this little tutorial, if you fill out your tip sheet, and let's say we have the five sponsors I have here, but I messed up. I needed two bronze sponsors. Please don't fill out a brand new tip sheet and send it to me because that way we might. I know last year we had a couple times when people would submit. They would submit a second tip sheet with revisions and not let us know. So we'd have two artworks going for the same one, and then it would cause some confusion between artist and um, specialist. So this, if you have any changes to make, please once you receive your proof, just send it back with like what the changes are. Or if you just like you submitted it at right now it's 2:41 when I recorded this. I submitted at 2:41 and then 2:42. I know you can go ahead and yet submit a new one. Just please specify in the email, hey, this is the revision. This is the most up to date. Please use this one for this event. That way we don't have multiple ones created. I like wasting time, wasting everybody's time. We don't like to do that because I know your time is valuable trying to get more sponsors, more participants, and our artist is trying to knock these out as quick as possible so we can get these approved and so you can order your shirts and get your shirts in time for your event. Uh, so if you have any questions, all my contact information is right up here. I just filled it out how it is. I am this is me. I'm Matt. Work phone, either one is fine. My extension is 35. or you can hit 0 and ask for Matt. Either one is fine. Email address cancer@willenterprises.biz. Again, as I stated earlier, that is the best way to get a hold of me. Is just go ahead and email me at that email address. Just because I am constantly moving around, so I might not hear the phone ring at all times. If you need anything, just go ahead and email me. Give me a call. I hope this video helps you if you had any questions. Have a great day. Bye.